Hey, what's going on, humans? Hopefully you're having a good day. I know I am. And right now we will be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider GrandZi-O. I don't regret doing that. So this is GrandZi-O, Kamen Rider Gio's final form for the season. Well, one of his many final forms. You have Oma form, GrandZi-O, and Oma Zio. So yeah, this is actually the true final form, traditional one that we've gotten in the show. Debuts, I guess, with the team up with the Den-O writers. Well, yeah, the Den-O writers and the Imagine. But it's actually a nice power up. As well as the suit design goes, it's pretty simple. I was kind of thinking it would have a bunch of ride watches around him, but I prefer this look a whole lot better. But as for the suit design, as you can tell when you zoom in, when we look closely at it, it has the ability to summon other Kamen Riders. So it's kind of similar to what Dien does, but instead he can do multiple. He can do, I think, 5 at once. And it has all the different little statues of riders for each door on his body. And they did a good job of sculpting each different rider that you're able to tell the difference. So like you can see Kuga right here with his thumbs up. You have Agito, Ryuki on the side, and then it comes down. See, we have Fai's blade. And then you got Hibiki up here on the thigh. And then you can see Kabuto right there. Then you have Den-O, Kiva, Decade right in the center where he should be. And then, it repeats itself on the other side. So here's Double, O's, Forze, Wizard, Gaim, Drive, and Ghost right here, Xaid, Build, and then Geo is at the top of the head. So it's an interesting way. It's an interesting way to use it, and I like the way they did this. So instead of using ride watches, he pretty much has to hit an area on his body and summon a form of rider. So let's say, for an example, if he were to hit the riders of, let's say, Xaid, Ghost, Forze, and Hibiki, they would pop up right next to him. Like next to him, and then, if he could summon, he can also summon different forms of riders. So, like, he can do Kuga, Double, O's, and Build in like a sort of power-up forms and whatnot. He can summon them as well. And the riders of whatever super form he wants them to be in, they will show up like so. So anyway, onto his articulation. Now the head is on a ball joint, of course, so you can get him to look up, get him to look down just a little bit. You can tilt his head side to side. The collar, his chin will hit the bottom, but he can still look down just enough. Then the arms are on a hinge. Now, unless the head is standing all the way up, you won't be able to move. You can still move the arms all the way up, but with the head kind of maybe in the way, this point, 2 sharp points on the shoulder pads will hit the head. So just be mindful of that, and just be careful not to drop it, because he does have these 5 sharp points on him. You do not want to break these. Expensive figure. You don't want to break them, as I always say. And he does have bicep swivel. Arms can bend. And then the wrists, you have your standard wrist articulation. And then you have the torso articulation, of course. Can lean over a bit, lean back a whole lot. And you can rotate it as well. And then the ride, the GQ driver, it can still move around, and these ride watches are removable. I just haven't gotten my stickers from SHF Upgrade yet. They have made stickers for this set. So yeah, we have the Blink GrandZi-O ride watch. And then for the legs, so let me move the arms out of the way. These rider symbols, they can move down. They're on a ball joint, so they can move down or they can move out. So for an example, they don't hinder the articulation, and you can kick the foot out, like so. He does have thigh swivel, double jointed at the knees, and then you have the standard articulation for the feet. And then, since we can just move that out the way, we'll get him into a nice little right kick, because it's been a while since I've done one of those. Something a little good. Move that out the way. And then, boom. GrandZi-O right kick. Final attack time parade. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. He can hit that rider kick, no problem. So now we're gonna go into his accessories, because he honestly doesn't really come with much. He just comes with a bunch of different hands, which they each serve their purpose. Now he does not come with any of his any previous weapons that he had in any of his other forms, which again does suck. I think that they should at least gave him like his sword, like his main GQ grade, and then the sword from Z02 form, which I think they should have really included those, especially this being the final form set. But he can still hold those weapons nonetheless. So he has 2 close fist hands on him at the moment. And then he comes with open palm relax hands, or you can use them from posing. And then he has his signature pointing hands. He has weapons holding he has sword holding hands. And then he has trigger holding hands. You see the fingers are separated so he can hold like guns and stuff. And then he has 2 finger pointing hands. These are used for when he does the summoning of the other riders, so he'll use them to just hit the rider, I guess just hit the rider of whatever rider he wants to summon on his body. And so, like I said, he doesn't come with any weapons, but he does have a lot of hand-holding weapons. So, you can take the G-Con grade, and then, he can still hold it, like so. But the other thing about this form is that not only can he do that with this weapon, he can also actually summon riders with different final form weapons. So final form weapons of other various riders. So, you have Blade's King Rouser. You can use the Type Trideron gun if you have these figures. I don't at the moment. Well, actually, I have some final form weapons that I do use. So for something like the sword, I would say you could take Gaim's, I forgot the name of this one. This is the final form for Gaim. So you can put this sword in, and he can use this weapon, and it fits in the hand perfectly. Or you can take something like, I don't know, maybe Ryuki's Survive Vent weapon. And then I'm using the trigger hand on this one. You can see how that is. So you can use that. So yeah, it's a bunch of your imagination. I have other rider form weapons I don't have at the moment, but I do plan on taking out when I already took the photos. So to show that off, those are all the weapons that you can use. Do not limit yourself. Use your imagination, of course. Anything final form, he can hold it. Now we're going to get onto some size comparisons. Alright, for the comparisons, I want to compare them off to some final form riders. So here is Gaim Kiwami. And then we have Ryuki Survive. And then for the other forms of G-O, here he is next to G02. Oma G-O. Let's get these back just a little bit. And over. Don't fall. And base form of G-O. Well, decayed form. Excuse me. So you can see how it is, first, second, third, and for final, whichever you decide is the true final form for G.O. There's also the Oma form, which I don't really want. Oh. Well, I'll definitely have to fix this later on. Right, and to get him in with some other stuff, here he is, next to Marvel Legends AIM Soldier, and then a Lightning Collection Putty AIM Soldier. And then, of course, you know, Decade has to show up again. And for Lightning Collection, here we have A-Squad Red Ranger. So other than that, that'll do it for this one. This is Kamen Rider G.O. GrandZi-O form. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Hopefully it helped you out. And, you know, you guys, hope you're alright. You're doing well with your life. You're okay. And, you know, I'll see you in the next one. Y'all take it easy.